Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Đồng Nai radio and television stations. Here the news today. On January the 19th, the delegations of leaders, former leaders of the party, state and central committee of Vietnam Fatherland Front came to Le Brit, visit the mausoleum to pay tribute to President Ho Chi Minh and offer incense to commemorate the heroes and martyrs. In front of the heroic spirits of the great President Ho Chi Minh, the leader expressed their infinite gratitude and reverence to the members of the great merits of President Ho Chi Minh for the cause of the struggle for national liberation, reunify the country, build a peaceful, independent, unified socialist Vietnam fatherland, increasingly prosperous and developed. The delegations breathed bore the word eternal gratitude to the great President Ho Chi Minh. After visiting the mausoleum to pay tribute to President Ho Chi Minh, the delegation went to Le Brit, offer incense, and commemorate the heroes and martyrs at the Monument to Heroes and Martyrs in Bắc Sơn Street. In the dignified atmosphere, the leaders expressed their tribute to the outstanding children of the nation who spared no blood and bones, bravely fought and sacrificed for the cause of the struggle for national liberations and independence, freedom of the fatherland, for the prosperous and happy life of the people. The delegations breathed bare the word, eternal gratitude to heroes and martyrs. According to Đồng Nai Department of Industry and Trade, in 2023, the total capital for units participating in loan price stabilizations in 25.05 billion Vietnam dong, in which 5.05 billion Vietnam dong will be allocated to locality to activate approved loan plans of cooperative and business household participating in price stabilization sales, spending 20 billion Vietnam dong for textbook, notebook, and spend more than 430 million Vietnam dong to support cooperative participating in mobile sales to serve remote and isolated area during the Lunar New Year. Up to now, the localities have approved loans for 8 units, including 5 cooperative, 3 business households, with a total loan amount of more than 4.6 billion Vietnam dong on 16 points of sale, approved for 6 units participating in mobile sales with a total amount of support for transportation, labor, and packaging cost of more than 400 billion Vietnam dong with 163 shipments. The Department of Industry and Trade had also worked and mobilized 19 units to commit the stockpiling goods with non-essential items to rescue the market when there is no shortage of goods and sudden price increases. The Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Thống Nhất District, in collaboration with Hưng Lộc and Xuân Thiện communes, organized the handover of charity house to 2 households with difficult circumstances. The first apartment with the area of 48 meters square was handed over to Mr. Nguyễn Xuân Nguyễn household, Xuân Lộc commune, total value of 200 million Vietnam dong. The second apartment with an area of more than 40 meters square was handed over to Mr. Yu Thanh Duy, household, Xuân Thiện commune. Total construction cost 100 million Vietnam dong, in which HD Bank sponsored 16 million Vietnam dong for each house. The rest were contributed by the family. On this occasion, the District Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee, donor units, and communes gave the 2 families many essential gifts in life. Defense Minister and other representatives from 11 European countries have pledged to provide unprecedented military contribution to Ukraine. Representatives including Britain, Poland, and 3 Baltic countries held talks in the Estonian capital Tallinn on January the 19th. The joint statement, known as the Tallinn Pledge, said the 11 countries urged allies and partners to follow and contribute packages as soon as possible. Of these, Estonian pledges sent aid worth about 113 million euros, including howitzers and ammunition. In addition to the above 11 countries, Sweden also announced a new military support package for Ukraine worth $4.4 million, including CV-90 and more infantry fighting vehicle, archer, artillery system, and mobile anti-tank weapons. The joint statement was made before a meeting on military aid to Ukraine taking place today in Germany. A Reuters Ipsos poll showed U.S. President Joe Biden's approval rating fell to 40% amid the discovery of classified documents at his former office and home in Wilmington, Delaware. According to the results, 40% of Americans support the way President Biden runs. That's roughly the lowest level of support of 36% Biden had in May and June 2022 polls. The early January 2023, the approval rating was 44.1%, the highest level since October 2021. The polls were conducted days after CBS reported, and classified documents were found at Biden's office in Washington. Later, classified documents also appeared at his house in Wilmington. The poll was conducted on January 13 to January 15, with 1,035 participations. The margins of errors in the poll is 3%. That is the end of our news today. Thank you for your time listening.